Hey guys, another talk on some stuff that I've been thinking about and some observations that I've been making just about people in general. It's mainly going to be about situational awareness. Know what's going on around you, man. I mean, you got to pay attention to things that's going on around you. When I go to the store, or I go to Walmart, or God forbid I got to go to the mall or something like that, school shopping with the kids, and you just watch, just stand there. Next time you're at the store, or a lot of people around, just stand and watch. Stand and watch how people, they're walking around, trotting around. They ain't got a clue what's going on around them. They don't have a clue, okay? And let's just say I have a past, a history. I know how people on the criminal side of the fence think. Okay, I have knowledge of how gangs and stuff like that think and operate. So when I see somebody tramping through the parking lot without a care in the world, has no idea what's going on around them, you know what you look like? You know what, if you're out walking around happy-go-lucky and you have no idea what's going on around you, you know what you look like to a criminal? Prey. You look like a rabbit to a wolf. So understand what's happening around you. And I'll give you an example of a situation that happened to me here in my house and what I did what I did about it. Sitting on the couch watching TV one day, somebody knocks on the door. So I open up the door. Well, first of all, what I did was I peeped through my little peephole on my door, right? And I seen that it was somebody that I didn't recognize. So I sent the kids to the other side of the house. I cracked open the door and I'm like, "Who are you?" And it was a young man, probably 20, 21, early 20s, somewhere around there. He wasn't dressed out of the ordinary, but I didn't know who he was, and he's standing on my porch. So I said, "Who are you?" He's like, "Oh, man, my car broke down the road. Can I use your phone?" I said, "Your car broke down the road?" "Oh, yeah. I'm like, "Well, what you got family that lives down there or something?" "Well, no, I was just out cruising around." I'm like, "So you're just out cruising around, passing through on a road out in the middle of nowhere that pretty much is a dead-end road. Red flag number one to me, okay?" You got a right to ask questions, guys. You ain't got to just, he's standing on my damn porch. I'm going to ask him what the hell he's doing out here. If you don't belong out here, you better explain yourself. And you better have a good explanation, or you're liable to have a bad day, right? So and once he said he was just out here cruising around out here in the middle of nowhere on a dead-end road out in the middle of the country, and I don't recognize him, and I know everybody lives up and down this road. That's a red flag. So I started asking a little more questions, right? I peeked my head out the door, and there sits a red Ford F-150 with another young man sitting in it, maybe in his middle 20s, somewhere around in there, right? And I'm like, well, and it had, I'm in Ohio, right? This had West Virginia license plates on the truck. Red flag number two. I said, "Well, who's that guy? I mean, your car broke down, but yet you drove into the driveway in a truck." "Oh, yeah, that guy, he stopped and picked me up and gave me a ride." So you're out in the middle of nowhere. You're cruising on a road that's a dead end. Your car breaks down, and somebody else, another young man who just happens to be from West Virginia and just happens to be out in the middle of nowhere on the same damn road, decided he's going to stop and give you a ride because your car broke down. You passed all these other houses, and you stop at my house to stop and ask to use a phone. I'm calling bullshit, dude. You better get off my porch before you get lead poisoning. You better get back in that truck. You guys better get the hell out of this state, because if any of these houses, at the meantime, I hollered at my daughter in her room to write down the license plate number, right? I told him, I said, "Look, man, if any of these houses get broke into, I got you. And you're going to have, me and you're going to have a problem. And I'll tell you something else, Scooter. If I ever catch you back out here on this road, it's going to get physical. Plain and simple. That's it. You got no business being out here. Get the hell out of here." Right? So he got in that truck, and man, they took off. So I'm saying, be aware. Ask questions. Think about things that's going on. If you see something that doesn't look right, it may not be right. Question it. Stop. Look. Talk to people. Say, "Hey, what's that guy over there doing? Why is that guy in the middle of the Walmart parking lot sitting right next to he's just out there hanging out next to one of them cart corrals? That's a little suspicious, wouldn't you think? He's just sitting there. What is he waiting for, somebody to walk by, or an old lady to walk by so he can snatch her purse?" Ask him, "Hey, man, what's going on? What you into? What's going on?" You ain't got to walk up and just smash him in the face, Ask him, what are you doing? "Oh, I'm just hanging out." Hanging out in the parking lot of Walmart? What are you, a loser? No. Move along, Skippy. Move along. Don't be out here. And dude, if I see something like that going on, I'll sit and watch him for a minute. I'll confront him, and I'll ask him what he's doing. And if he just says he's hanging out, so be it. But I'll get in my van and I'll start it up, and I'll sit there and watch him, and I'll make sure he knows that I'm sitting there watching him. What's he going to do? Right? And you'll see him eventually. They'll wander off and go someplace else. That's all a part of that. You know, I put out a video a while back, you know, good people standing up for good. It's all about stuff like that. Being aware of what's going on around you. And in an SHTF situation, in a collapse, it's going to be worse. It's going to be worse. Because not only good people are going to survive whatever happens. You know, there's going to be bad people out there, right, who are already with a criminal mind and are already aggressive, right? And you throw hunger on top of that, hunger and thirst and the additional stress, all that kind of stuff, it's going to be bad. They're going to be really dangerous people. And you're going to have to know what's going on around you. Realize where you're at. Realize what's going on. If somebody knocks on your door and you don't know who they are and they got no business being there, ask them. Question them. Throw some questions at them. Believe it or not, there's a lot of people out there who was just going to say, oh, yeah, here's my phone. Hang on a minute. Sorry about that. A lot of people would say, yeah, here's my phone. Go ahead. Or come on in. Yeah, let me use the phone. And in the meantime, the whole time he's looking at see what you got, looking at your house, seeing what kind of defenses you got, seeing, you know, what kind of person you are. Don't fall for it. Don't fall for it. Be aware of what's happening around you. So, the end.